Hey all, and welcome back to Winter Olympics DS's story mode. Welcome to Polar Straits. We found him, we found Yoshi, he was hiding in the Arctic. Oh, even the IRS won't go through the cold and the snow to punish wrongdoers.
I don't know, they are pretty persistent.
Well, maybe there's a narwhal character in the Sonic universe who works for the IRS, but I'm getting ahead of myself here. Polar Straits, it's kind of a simple one, kind of akin to Frost Town, but there's a few wrinkles here and there. There's plenty of stuff to find, some mini games that will require characters from later levels, and so on, and of course plenty of lore to find, mini games to do, and so on, and a very nice theme as well. It puts me at ease.
Yeah, this is...
Yeah, it's got that kind of gentle music going on in the background. It's oddly relaxing for somewhere that's probably painfully freezing.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then you've got to think about it. Sometimes you go to these sort of like snowy, wintry places, and I think just because they're sort of chill, there's just sort of something really nice and relaxing about them anyway. I mean, like whenever you go to like a Christmas market or what have you, I know, but winter, you get the gist. There is just something oddly soothing and nostalgic about them, at least to me anyway, and so it always does just feel, you go into those experiences and it's just like, yes, I feel at peace. It's only when, you know, you're in a snowstorm and it's blizzarding and you're just like, no, I'm not at peace, this is awful. That's when the worry comes in.
Nice.
Yeah, then there's also the other side of it being snowy outside, of like, the dogs have been running around outside, now they're running through the house and everything is soaking wet. This is wonderful.
I thought you liked the snow flame. If it's good outside, it should be good inside as well.
I wonder if that is their logic of just, hey, I brought you a present, it's snow, you're gonna fall over on it later.
Well, I mean, animals do bring in funny things into the house.
Has your cat bought any micing yet, Rich?
Well, no, thankfully, because, you know, we've only just got him. We've only had him for like maybe 2 weeks now-ish when we're recording this, and he's not allowed out of the house yet. He's not allowed out of the house until after Christmas. After that point, God only knows. We're praying.
Like, we've had cats for as long as I've lived here, which is basically half my life at this point, and I've seen rats in the house, and not because the house is dirty or anything, but, you know, it gets, like, cold outside, and there's, like...
Yeah.
Sometimes they can just come in through the drains, especially if you live in a heavily dense, like, urban area, or like a cul-de-sac or something with a lot of, like, I don't know, grass and dirt and whatnot outside. Don't know where I'm going with this, but like one or two have gone into the house a couple of times, and I'd be fucked if the cats have done anything. They just kind of twat it in with their paws and like have the run of the house, really.
Yeah.
See, like... with my dogs, like, when they were younger, they used to be quite attentive of things that are, like, coming near the house, like, if people were outside and that. Nowadays, they're both very elderly dogs, and they just stop giving a shit, and I can honestly respect that.
That is fair enough.
What's our news brief? Oh, we can change the flags by collecting snow spirits. Goody. Oh, who's here?
Oh, that model disturbs me. I don't know whether it's just the shade of purple or his arms seeming like they're floating next to him, but also this fucker has no neck.
No, like, what stands out to me is the arm. It looks like it's kind of got the fat on the arm on the wrong side. Like, you normally have a bit of flab coming off your arm on the inside, not off the back of your elbow.
Yeah, no, you are right, it's in the wrong place.
His arm's on backwards, fucking hell.
Yeah. Also, you know, since we had a little bit of news, like another news brief, athletes from Slovakia and Belarus won the first Winter Olympic gold medals for their nations at the 2010 Winter Olympics.
Huh. Well, alright. Well, my news brief, at the time of recording, Rebecca Sugar and Ian JQ have announced that they've got married.
Aww.
So, mazel tov to them and all that good shit.
Well, we got some more sports.
we do. Back to something that Flame is comfortable with. Here, all the alpine skiing. Better get used to this, because it's going to be a boss event later.
Oh yes, it is. This particular variant of it, what it wants you to do is to get the boost that you get from going into the side of the flag. Which seems odd thing to give you a boost. That seems a bit too close for comfort for me, but hey, apparently it gives you a little boost. I missed it there, because of course I did. but like so.
Yeah, this is the same in the
Jesus Christ, Blame.
this is the same in the Wii version of clipping that makes you go faster, which doesn't necessarily make any sense. Like, if you're actually skiing, that would make you go slower because you hit something. But hey, video games, they're weird.
Mate, you're supposed to go inside and then clip it, not on the outside. Get it together.
Look, after about 5 takes, I kind of figured that out, okay?
So you get to do this in the fucking comfort of your own living room. Can you imagine how hard it is to actually ski in real life, going down the slopes, having to hit the inside, while holding a DS, while having to make the inside of the curves and whatnot?
God, I can't believe they snowy mountains have touchscreen controls.
Yeah, Flame, this is what happened in the time sort of since, you settled down into your little cave.
It's called my bedroom and it's comfortable in here, okay?
Hey, caves don't get Wi-Fi. Come on.
Well, I mean, actually, you probably could get Wi-Fi in a cave if you set it up properly.
Yeah, there you go. Oh, I found this. It wasn't really attached to anyone, like most skeletons.
It was just lying in some boat, so I caught it.
Just ignore the fact that I called the luge the skeleton, which is a very separate event, which will be coming later, okay? Okay, cool, good.
It's fine.
And away we go from Nightmare Big. Alright, what are we working with here? Hey, what's up? You guys ever try competing in the luge? Or the loogie, if you prefer?
Lug, I think it is.
Okay, well, whatever. Just lie down your back and let God take you.
I don't think that's quite how it works, although, to be fair, if there's like a massive wall at the bottom, it might work out that way.
God damn it, this soundtrack is so calming that sometimes you just find yourself humming it and whatnot.
It is, isn't it? It's like that perfect. It's not quite ambient. It's got enough of a melody to hook you, but it's also relaxing at the same time. It's like hard to put my finger on what it is I like so much about it.
And also, I think you might have actually been correct, Tom. I think it is actually luge.
Well,
But to be fair, like the fact that they're saying the sort of final bit of it is like the S in pleasure, just makes me go, "I'm sorry, what?" But also, good lord, that was quick.
Well, that particular mission was literally just getting the starting boost. They do throw in occasional like bullshit. What's the point ones here and there, which I get that they want to vary up the missions rather than just having duplicates of the same ones, but like some of them do seem kind of pointless.
like, get anything but nothing. Press the A button once.
Well, to be fair, with how many fucking games there are now that give you an achievement for like opening a menu or pressing start or some shit like that, like yeah, they want you to have that constant sense of like the dopamine hitting.
You're not wrong.
Pussy.
Well, this is Mario and Sonic, not fucking Shy Guy at the Olympic Winter Games, alright?
No, that's the phone spin-off.
To be fair, considering what the Mario and Sonic games do with sort of adding in random characters as playable characters at various points throughout their time, like it wouldn't surprise me if like one day it's just like, oh look, Shy Guy is now a playable character in Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Winter Games.
Pink Gold Shy Guy.
Yeah, totally.
I can't get over that. Like, it is a little bit annoying on a serious note, the fact that they have so many characters that they don't use, like characters from the RPGs and like the more obscure ones, and instead they just bring in like recolors for stuff like that. But
I know. I mean, like, so obviously the Super Mario RPG characters, there's a whole complicated history with those, but like all the Paper Mario characters, all the Mario and Luigi characters, I mean, like, for the love of God, just put Egad in there, like, he's pretty much a mainstay at this point.
I mean, the fucking Poltergust has been a cart in past games. All you're missing is the guy himself.
Exactly! I mean, hell, you could even throw in some of the boss ghosts from the series, that wouldn't go amiss.
To be fair, if there was any Luigi's Mansion character I wanted, I'd want it to be Polterpop.
Oh, Polterpop would be good. This is another of my favourite tracks, by the way. We won't really get to hear much of it now, but it's pretty kicking, as it were, and get in.
I'm in, it's fine.
Luigi was so extra there, what the hell?
Yeah, well, if he's not going to be on the cover, he might as well get noticed somehow.
Oh, beautiful.
It's not just you, your brother helped. Calm down.
Hiney, also known as posterior, bottom, or bum.
The fuck?
You gotta keep yours covered in weather like this, Toad. God knows, that's why he wears the hat.
Wait, does he put the hat on his arse now or something?
He has to... a joke involving a timeshare with the hat and the head and the arse and the butt. I don't know, fuck it, whatever. It's the last video in the recording session, I don't care.
It's alright, we workshop this one for next week.
You got an extra challenge attempt. Not that you'll need it, because Flame just cuts past, really.
Well, I will need it, because I have to still use them up for me dud takes.
Yeah, that's true. I keep forgetting I played on an emulator originally, so I got to cheat.
Yeah, well, I'm playing legit, like a real gamer. Let's ignore the fact that all the runs I do on emulators I do save scum like a bitch.
Yeah, there you go, there you go. How many RIS members have Yoshi fought over the years? We'll never know. Sadly, the same will happen to us if we don't beat him in this sporting event. The competition is called Delusion. Oh, we're going to do it properly now. Good stuff, good stuff.
Finally.
Yeah, we actually get to play the sport that he's teased us with over the last couple of missions. Show off Knuckles, as I haven't played anything with him yet. I like the way that on the character selection screen it does show how many events you've won with each character. It's only a little thing and you don't need to use any characters if you don't want to, but it is nice to see that I've had a go with everyone.
Oh, definitely. I mean, for this type of thing, where you are potentially attempting to play as every character, or at least sort of try that, is a helpful way of being able to tell whether you have done that or not, just by the character select menu.
Plus you will notice that there's very much a bias towards certain characters that we unlock later, but you know.
That's fine. As long as you show off the characters, I don't care if you have mains and whatnot. I mostly stuck to Mario and Sonic when I played.
Yeah, I like to get a little bit more creative with that, and by that I mean that when we get Shadow, I'll be mostly playing as him.
Fair dues, mate, fair dues. This little, like, yellow strip here that boots up your, like, boost meter and whatnot, that's not actually a boost meter. That is a track that Yoshi sees at all times that allows him to find his way to unannounced taxes and whatnot.
Yeah, you need to work on those. Ow, that hurt.
Yeah, well, fuck off.
That could have seriously cost you, but thankfully the sort of end of the line is quite straight and narrow.
Thankfully, Knuckles' skull is thick enough he didn't feel anything.
Now Yoshi is back on the straight and narrow. You've done it. You've saved his soul.
Gotta get one more, but I think we're gonna have to make a bit of use of Yoshi first.
Okay, fair enough. Might as well put him to good use.
In all the ways that you can.
We need one more crystal, guys. This is a news brief in and of itself. One more.
Yes, and you know, since we've just thrown in an extra news brief there, I'll bring in another kind of tidbit.
Okay.
So, in terms of who bid for the 2010 Winter Olympics, it was Canada, South Korea, and Austria. And I believe in 2018, the Winter Olympics did actually end up going to Pyeongchang. So it did go to South Korea in the end, just sort of 8 years after they had previously bid for it.
Oh, you gotta keep trying, ain't you? Like, the thing with the Winter Olympics is that, given how much of it is ice-based, there's a much more limited selection of countries that are actually working compared to the summer ones. So they haven't got as many different places to work with. Like, to be fair, we got the summer ones, and it's always pissing down with rain here, so...
Well, maybe we just need to extend the swimming events and whatnot to cover the whole of the south of England instead of just a pool.
I don't know, I would quite like to have my house stay on dry land.
Well, that's what you get. We were talking about the homeless and whatnot, mate, you know, gotta clear them out.
I mean, totally, and also, I mean, it's common knowledge, I say common, it's not really that common, but I think modelling has shown that if sort of all of the ice caps melted, then Nottingham would basically be by the seaside.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the thing.
That was a tidbit, which means you don't have to give one the next time we find one, so it's all good.
Oh, don't.
Don't indeed. He's taking up the vocabulary which I stole from someone else.
It's annoying. I hate it when that happens.
Well, I mean, when you work with words as we often do, as pretentious as that sounds, yeah, you start to become a word leech, and it's not really a malicious sort of thing, you know.
Yeah, no, it just happens. You're kind of stuck with it.
No, it's like we don't have our own material, so we just ruin everyone else's.
Well, I guess you could say that as well. So we're back in Sparkleton, but for what reason exactly, Flame?
Well, if you remember, there was a machine we couldn't quite reach.
Oh, yes.
I am explaining this slowly because I think I've lost it. But yeah, that's what I'm trying to find here, because then we can make use of it. No, that's where I found the item. Like, there is a map screen, but I didn't think to look at it and notice that there's that bright red question mark.
Jesus Christ, it's as big as Mario's head. How did you miss that?
Because I was looking at the screen that I'm actually walking on.
That's fair.
I mean, also, obviously you do only get to that via a pipe, so it's not necessarily clear which pipe you need to go down, but hey, at least you found it relatively quickly.
Oh, don't worry, there's worse pipes later.
Oh, God.
Do. Ah, yes, now we gotta see what that math do. And Yoshi, it's time to finally atone. None of these buttons have been washed, by the way.
Long story short, Yoshi used his tongue and got out of legal trouble. Piece it together however you like.
Oh, that's a much better follow-up to a shit joke, thank you.
Yeah, also I have to say, I clearly have not been living on the internet as much as I should have been, because this whole joke, meme to do with Yoshi just is making no sense to me. I'm just sort of sitting here going, you're all absolutely off your face, what the hell is going on?
I can't even remember what the origin for it was.
I know that. It was some Tumblr post, I think, about how Nintendo characters are so wholesome and they never do anything wrong, and then someone just posted underneath Yoshi commits tax fraud just as a joke and people clung to it.
Okay, well.
But it's funny because it's not funny in a way.
Yeah.
Yay, I did it, and I still owe 50,000. Well,
better do some live streams, Yoshi.
I'm tired now. I'm tired.
Well, hey, on the plus side, we've only got, what, like, 6 minutes left of this part?
How can you not read the fucking number? But we've got a fucking boss left once we got another crystal. We've got some cool shit coming up.
I mean, to be fair, like, the numbers that I'm seeing right now are just sort of the total that we're at, not what we've got left. So my brain's going, let's try and judge this total. So is it more like 10 minutes then?
Oh god, this is the smart one in the group.
Hey, different software, different tools, different things get shown.
I guess so.
And also, I'm too lazy to go to the document and look at the data there to figure it out.
I thought you were going to say doctor for a second there, and I was wondering what the hell was going on.
The Let's Play Doctor.
Yeah, I clearly need some help with that. Like, I mean, to be fair, I was off work ill the other day, so clearly I'm not quite right.
It's okay. You're warm inside your house now. You're not where Yoshi is in the cold, barren wastelands of Polar Straits.
Although, to be fair, this is sort of Holoska, really, isn't it? Because it's basically a dream event.
I'm still a little bit miffed that we never got like a port of the Wii version of Unleash, because I actually like the Wii version of Holoska with the toboggan and whatnot.
Yeah.
I really do like the Wii Day level from Holoska. Like, I know we've done a full playthrough comparing the two, but man, I fucking love the Wii version of Unleashed so much.
I mean, I suppose something that would have been quite fun, although obviously a lot more challenging, would have been sort of, doing a port of Unleashed, but giving it the sort of visual engine of Unleashed. Because I think that would have been an interesting thing to actually go through with.
I think that it would take a lot more work than it's worth, purely because of the art design there. Like, you couldn't just port that over to like a different lighting engine, because the thing that kind of holds Unleashed back, as well as Black Knight, I noticed, is that a lot of the texture work is quite flat, and so if you put dynamic lighting over that, then it would make it even more obvious how flat the textures are. So unless they were going to completely redo every texture in the game, I don't think they could make it look nicer, like HD wise. I think it would just be a case of upscaling what they have.
Yeah, no, that is fair enough.
And also, I am still mad we haven't had a PC port of either version, because out of all the Sonic games, Unleashed HD is the one that really needs it the most.
Well, you know, Sonic Team has completely lost their nerve now, and you know, restricting themselves to making 3-hour booster-thons. So who knows? Maybe we'll never get another Adventure Tier game again. So.
Oh, like, even I'm talking like fucking ports. Like, I'm sure they ported fucking Lost World, and like that's like the most painfully average thing that only a handful of people care about. So like a game that's as popular as Unleashed was, because Unleashed does get a lot of love relative to Lost World. Like, surely that would be worth the resources it takes to port it over.
I mean, it would be worth it, but that opens up the question of, is there another reason why they're not doing it? Like, say they maybe have lost the code somewhere, they've lost important bits of information, and therefore, you know, can't really do it. That's a possibility.
Here's a new thing. The Shy Guy listened to the men's plans and was amazed at their scale and vision, wanting to help he enlisted friends and cross the sea. To be continued. I'm just going to spell this out now. This is the history of how the Shy Guy helped found the fucking Olympics.
Basically. It's the build-up, or at least like the Eggman and Bowser variant of the Olympics. That's kind of what he's going towards.
Fair dues. Alright, we got a new piece of tree trivia. Let's have a little look here. The word luge comes from the French word for sled. Luges were originally used throughout snowy parts of Europe for freight, transport and recreation, before assuming their current incarnation as a competitive sport.
I mean, isn't that most sports? Started for fun and then people got competitive and decided to turn it into a sport.
Well, yeah, but it's interesting to see where it originated and how.
Oh yeah, totally. Like, I find that sort of stuff really fascinating. I'm just sort of, like, I'm not a sports person, you might have noticed.
Well, one thing that I do want to just bring up, because we were just in a spot where it's apparent, and I realise this is the sort of thing I care a lot about and most people probably wouldn't even notice, but just how high detail the reflection of Mario's model on the icy floor was. It was like a perfect, sharp image, and while that's probably simpler to pull off on the DS than having a filter over it, it looks really pretty because it shows just how clean the ice is in this area, and I really do like that. Look who it is!
Oh! Well, I mean, it's nice that, you know, we tie this together with Luigi's Mansion 3 finishing, so he decided to poddle off from the Last Resort Hotel and go and do the Olympic Winter Games, although to be fair, obviously, timeline completely different points, but hey, still.
Also, there's like the Mario version of King Boo, which is kind of like a Boo with a sense of being up his own ghostly arse, and then there's like, oh fuck, I haven't slept in decades and I just want to kill Luigi King Boo, which is a different kettle of fish.
Yeah, that's true, and then there's also, you know, drunken, derpy King Boo who decided to have a bit of fun in sunshine.
Yeah, well, like, everyone's got different sides to him, you gotta give him some slack. Man, I wonder who we're gonna be going up against him with.
Well, I mean, I'd be very, very, very disappointed if it were not Luigi.
Yeah, I do like this, like, sometimes you do get the character-specific events, and you do see the conflict, like, between Luigi and Boo here, and it's just great. It's another little charming touch to this game. Now, King Boo is going to be doing the alpine skiing, and he is one of the first roadblocks I found. This can be quite a challenging boss to get down. You do have to be quite precise here and not fuck up too much.
Although, part of me looks at this and goes, he's a ghost. How the hell is he skiing?
Yeah, he should be automatically, like, locked out of competing here, because part of skiing is that you put skis on your fucking feet and you ski with them!
Like, he hasn't even got skis, it's just hovering!
Yeah, like, I'm sorry, this is, like, this is completely against the rules of this Olympic discipline, and therefore, no. Worst game ever, 0 out of 10. Let's finish the playthrough now and go and move on to a better Sonic game, eh?
Yeah, like, I don't know, Sonic Blast for the Game Gear.
Well, we did the Master System one. We could always do the Game Gear one if you really want.
No, I'm good. Also, before any pedantic asshole like me points out, yes, I know we're currently operating under the Air Command and Bowser rules for the Olympic Winter Games. I don't care.
Well, are you suggesting they might not be entirely fair?
I'm just going to put it out there. There's a strong possibility that there is fraudulent behaviour going on right now.
You are not
See,
wrong.
I know you're trying to avoid the defamation case, but defamation via innuendo is still a thing.
Okay then, well, let's hope Eggman doesn't sue me. Uh-oh, I have been sued. I guess we'll have to why the breakdancing? You know what? I guess he played Sonic Rush recently. We'll see you next time for the second half of Proto Straits, guys.